My favorite part about being unemployed and job hunting is that everyone thinks that they have the secret key. They have the thing that you haven't thought of, you know? So it's like, hey, I've been really struggling to find a job. And they're like, have you tried going in person? Yeah, I've tried going in person. They just tell me to apply online and then I never hear back from them. Oh, well, have you tried to go directly to the careers website? I have done that. I've heard absolutely nothing back. Oh, have you tried getting networking or, meeting people that work there? I have tried many jobs where I know somebody who works there and they still weren't able to get me in. You should probably get a part-time job while you're looking. Have you tried to apply for like a McDonald's or like a barista job? You could do that to be making some money on the side while you're looking. I've applied. Yeah. Even with the full degree, these places are not hiring. Oh, well, you probably just, I don't know. Something just tells me that you just don't actually want to work, and that's the reason you can't find a job, because I definitely could have found one if I were you. Okay.
They want you to join the military. They want you poor and desperate enough to enlist. Hi, welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by. So we're going to be taking out some videos about the job market and people's experiences, some opinionated, relatable, shared experience with being in the job market, job hunting, and interview processes, some of the experience that people have. And it's usually not a good experience because the job market is horrible. And even those companies be playing with people and playing with people's time, messing people up and doing all sort of things that actually make people hate their self. Because right now, many people are actually unemployed, searching for this job. This is what they are doing to us. These are the experiences that people are actually going through with these companies and interview process. Even interview processes have even become totally kind of different from how it used to be. It's okay for people to actually have a whole 5-round interview with you and still send you a rejection email. And now we even have AI trying to interview you, and now we have AI sending you a rejection. We're going to be checking out this video so people actually know that this is actually a shared experience and people are actually going through this. And the job market is just horrible and it's bad. But before we get right into this video and check it out, please make sure you click the like button. It helps the algorithm and I appreciate that so much. Let's get right into this video.
I just got out of the craziest interview I've ever had in my life. Strap in because I have some quotes for you guys. After the hey, how are yous, she immediately got to it and said, I am only going to be allowing 15 minutes for this meeting. I am going to be talking to you about this job for most of the meetings. To reserve time, please only answer yes or no to my questions. If at any point you feel this job is not for you, tell me immediately so we can end the meeting. I know this job is not for everyone. Then she started asking me a bunch of questions about my criminal history, drugs, whatever. I don't have anything. I told her no. Her response was, I already like you. That easy to impress ya. Alright. The next question was, can you download an application and use it on your own without any assistance? I said yes. Then she said good, because we used 5 different apps daily. This is a very fast-paced environment, very physically demanding. You may as well throw away your gym membership. What makes it even harder is that the vans are not preloaded. Vans? This is a sales and marketing position. She said yes, while we did put that on the listing, this will be a delivery driver position. Now that you know this is a delivery driver position, 200 stops a day are required and those need to be completed within the 10-hour shift. Time here does work a little bit differently. If you work 10-hour shifts, you'll be paid for 8.5 hours. If you work 5-hour shifts, you'll be paid for 8. So just try to get your stops done as quickly as possible. You may be eligible to receive a $100 bonus per week. It will be paid bi-weekly. Customers will be given rating cards. Anything under fantastic is not good. A good rating is not good. You will automatically be disqualified from the $100 weekly bonus if you get anything but perfect. You have health, dental, vision, 2 weeks of PTO, and a 401k. You technically have 2 weeks of PTO, but since you'll be hired in July, you'll only have 4 days by December. Weekends are mandatory, and we will be choosing the other 2 days of the week for you. When I tried to ask what the shift times look like, she pulled this little number. Don't speak until the end. If you've been wondering the whole time, well, how much is it an hour? It is $18 an hour. If someone enjoys a job like this, good for you. You're being underpaid. Not only was I disrespected, but I was lied to. I would have never even applied to this position if I knew it was for a delivery driver. I've applied to over 300 jobs in the last 2 months, and these are the types of jobs that I have to choose from. I am a well-qualified, hard-working candidate with plenty of experience. I do not deserve to be lied to. I do not deserve to be tricked into an interview. If you are currently looking for work in this job market right now, good luck.
If you're looking for a job right now, stop. There's no jobs. There's no jobs. There's no jobs for you. There's no jobs for me. There's no jobs for grandma, grandpa, your brother who just graduated from college, your dad who just got laid off because he's 50 years old and his role was told that he was a redundancy and now nobody will hire him because he's 50 years old. There's no jobs. And if you do have a job, guess what? Now you're a contract worker. And as somebody who has worked as a contract worker, let me let you know, you're about to get taxed at a higher rate, friend, because contract workers are taxed higher. Isn't that crazy? And you're gonna have to cover your own health insurance. Good luck with that in this healthcare system. Yep. Yeah, no jobs. No jobs. Also, women, don't worry, you don't need a job. Your job now is motherhood. We're all going to have jobs as mothers because that is a full-time job in itself. I really do think that. But do I agree with what they're trying to do where every woman has to have a child? No. It's personally not a job I want. But if you are working that job, good job. You're doing a good job because there are no jobs. No jobs. No jobs.
This job application and interview process can go straight to hell. Straight to hell with gasoline draws on, like my mom would say, because what the is going on? I recently made it to the panel interview stage for a job I was really excited about. I had talked to the recruiter, I had talked to another person, and now I was at the panel interview stage where you're interviewing with like 4 or 5 different people. We're kikiing, we're laughing, we're having a great time. We're talking about the role, we're talking about my experience. I'm asking them great questions, they're asking me questions, I'm answering them, we're bouncing back and forth. It was great, or so I thought. We had a great time. Interview ended and the girls were like, oh, like, you know, this was such a great interview. We had a great time talking to you and learning more about you, blah, blah, blah. I leave thinking, I did that shit. Like, I would love to join this team. Let's do it. A couple days later, I get a fucking email. Rejection. You didn't answer the questions in the proper format, so we can't move you forward in the process. Bitch, what format are you fucking talking about? She's like, oh, the recruiter. She's like, oh, I tried calling you the day before to like explain and let you know that there's a specific format we require applicants to answer interview questions with. I was like, what? When did you call me? And why wouldn't you leave a message? Like, what are you talking about? She called me from a New York number and I'm applying to jobs in DC. I get a million spam fucking phone calls a day. Like, I'm not answering random New York City numbers when I'm not expecting a call from them. So she just calls me randomly, doesn't leave a message, doesn't send an email, and is like, oh, well, I called you to let you know and you didn't answer, so... I like, please go to hell. Please go straight to hell.
Okay, so Friday I put up a post saying that I was frustrated because I went to the Burbank job fair and no one was hiring. And since then, I have heard from literally thousands of people telling me that they had the exact same experience either at that job fair or at any number of job fairs across the country. So apparently it's been a thing for a while that you can't get a job at a job fair. And people explained to me that it's like the companies get a tax credit for doing quote unquote community outreach by setting up a booth at a job fair, but nobody actually has any jobs available, which is absolutely bananas. Like, there are so many people out there like hat in hand, just willing to work anywhere. And the job fairs are fake. They're fake, you guys. Anyway, I'm going to do a story on this, hopefully, that I can get published somewhere. But I just want to thank everybody who responded because I'm absolutely blown away. I did not know that there were no jobs at job fairs, and I thank everybody for responding. Anyway, if you have a job fair story, nightmare story, or any other job search nightmare stories, I'm going to do a little series here on these because this is absolutely crazy to me. Thanks so much to everybody who responded. Okay, hang in there. I'm hanging in there with you. Bye.
I just had a 30-minute phone interview, and fuck, man, like, what the fuck is going on? I'm to the point, I miss the days when you had to just go into a physical location, fill out an application, and you had one interview, you sat down, you talked to the freaking owner of the business, and at the end of it, you were offered a job or you were told no. I mean, I miss those days. Why in the flying do we have, why is it the way that it is today? I mean, 2 interviews and the questions that are asked. My goodness, I have never been asked such ass fucking questions in my entire life. The lady literally asked me, "Are you kind?" What the fuck? How does like what the fuck? How does I don't understand. I'm going crazy. Like, are you guys hiring or not? Just it's that fucking simple. I'm fed up. I'm fed the up, and I know I cannot be the only one fed the up with the job market and how things are operating today. It's just
job market is so bad. Y'all tell me why I just applied to be a special agent for the FBI, because at this point, it is what it is.
Look, I gotta say this quickly because I'm very agitated and I really don't want to cuss on this page because I got my people up on here. But listen, it is hard to find a job now in these days. I've been looking for 3 months and I have not got nothing. I've gotten several different interviews, several different callbacks. It's either BS or they don't want to furthermore go with through the application process of hiring me. I cannot take the fact that my people call me, well, you need to find something, you need to do something. What do y'all think I'm doing? I done tried to even get something where I can make my car my money maker. And you can't even do that no more because it's a wait list. Parents, I don't understand why y'all don't catch the memo that it's not like how it used to be back in the day. But I'm telling you now, it is not how it used to be back in the day where you could quickly and easily get a job. It takes so much to get a job now in these days. For real. So if you be on your child head, like you need to find something, you need to do something, and they are trying, back. Because I'm telling you, it's not how it used to be no more. At all. Like, I cannot take it. Like, this is why people do illegal things to make their money and make sure they living right. Because it's so hard to get on a 9 to 5. I ain't asking for them to pay me $30 an hour or nothing like that. I just want to clock in, pay my bills, have money in my pocket, and go to school. You can't even do that. You can't even do that. Like, it don't make no sense how hard it is now in these days to get a job. I done tried in every aspect you can think of when it come to working. Warehouse, home health care, work from home, retail, fast food. I can't even think of the rest I done did. Like, it don't make no sense. So if you was on your child behind about trying to find a job, I'm telling you now, speaking for somebody that's been trying and my people be on my behind about a job, back. It's not as easy as it used to be no more. For real.
My jaw is on the freaking floor. So if you've watched my other video, it's about that I got rejected from an entry-level job I applied for. I made it to the final round interview, got rejected. I was more than qualified. This literally required 0 years of experience. And I reached out to the recruiter for feedback, and she finally got back to me. A week later, she finally got back to me, and guess what she said? Guess what she fucking said? They went with someone with more experience for this entry-level job for an operations coordinator. My last job, I was a senior operations analyst. I literally am not qualified, don't have enough experience for an entry-level job. I'm dead.
So here's a hot take. I don't actually believe that organizations that require a minimum of a bachelor's degree in education for their job applicants are actually looking for that level of education. I think they're looking for debt. I say this as a former recruiter, as well as somebody who worked in and around the hiring process in multiple of my jobs. I know that relevant job experience is 10 times more valuable than a random bachelor's degree. I also say this as a person with a random bachelor's degree that never worked in the area that her bachelor's was in. I believe that it's debt that makes us more valuable to many of these companies out here, because debt makes us less likely to self-advocate in a professional context. When we are deep in debt, we have a scarcity mindset, and we go to work just saying, well, we got to do what we got to do in order to make this paycheck, in order to chip away at this monster amount of debt that we've got. We're much less likely to be looking at work as a way forward as opposed to a way out. Curious what folks think about this. Is it really the education level that's valuable, or is it the debt?
My experience since graduating college has been an absolute slap in the face. And I did everything right. I networked, I applied online. The only interviews I got were for MLM companies where in the interview you realize it's nothing like the job description. You're actually going to just be a door-to-door salesman selling mobile phones. Nobody's buying a mobile phone off a guy knocking on your door. No shot, dude. Like, are you kidding me? So what do? I get to the point where I just need income. I get a cafe job. Guess what? The cafe is stealing tips from the baristas and giving it to management and the owners. How do we find out? We added up all our tips, all the baristas for a single month, and it was nowhere near what the POS said it should be. So what do? We file with the DLSE, Department of Labor Standards Enforcement, and a couple weeks go by, give them a call. I'm like, hey, what's up? We just filed with you. Turns out there's a backlog of 2 years. 2 years, bro. Like, what? There's nothing you can do, bro. And 2 years until they even just look at your case. They're not even looking at it, let alone taking action for 2 years. You can just get stolen from. You can just get stolen from. And for what? Because I will never afford a house. I will never afford kids in this country. Like, what are we doing? And like, only thing keeping me here is my friends and family. And I'm giving this like 1 more year. You know, I'm trying to pivot. I'm going to get my EMT certification, get on the statewide eligibility list to become a firefighter. Something that I probably should have looked at before I got, you know, paid tens of thousands of dollars to go to college. But like, if that doesn't pan out, I am out of here. I'm out of here. Because like, it's either that or day trading works. And like, day trading, are you kidding? Making money off imaginary money? What type of life is that, man? My strategy isn't working yet. Like, whatever, dude. I do not have high hopes. And also, add to that, I'm one medical emergency away from being finished, just buried under generational debt. Like, what are we doing here? What's going on? Nothing works. What are we doing? Nothing works. If you're in college, enjoy it and be open to the idea that your degree will open no doors for you. I'm so sorry, but be open to that idea so it doesn't hit you as hard as it hit me. Good luck.
Let me show you 2 things that don't go together, okay? Bachelor's Degree, $15 to $16.30 per hour. Bachelor's Degree, $15 to $16.30 per hour. But apparently we don't want to work. But that's the pay.
We can tell when you use Chat GPT for your resume.
So what? Like, I seen in her comment section that she trying to justify this by saying that they want to see your personality or some bullshit like that. You're not seeing nobody's personality through a resume. Do you know resumes started being used in the 1930s? This is 2025. You have people that are out here hungry, starving, been searching for jobs for months, some over a year. And your justification for not giving somebody an interview where you can actually see their personality, you can bring them in and get to know them, is because of the way they use to write their resume. Do you know most people hire somebody to write their resume, or they use resume templates that they find online? So you are not getting someone's personality through a resume. If you look at their resume and you see, okay, they did 4 years in college, they did another 2, 3, 4 years to get their master's. They got, umpteen certifications to back their knowledge. Bring them in and get to know them and interview them, and you can see their personality. This is what's wrong. Y'all using outdated systems to figure out whether or not you want to hire somebody for a job that they are most likely overqualified for. Like, miss me with the bullshit.
How do you know this job market is big trash? Even the temporary services are playing in your face. There used to be a time, kids, gather around, way back in the day when a temporary agency like Robert Half, Manpower, Account Temps, remember Account Temps? When you would go to the service, go to the office, you would sign up with the temp service. They would give you like a typing test or whatever, get your resume on file, and probably within a couple of days to a week, they would call you and be like, hey, we got this assignment, be at this office tomorrow at 8:30, report to Jane at the reception desk. You'll be here for 2 weeks, turning your time card every Friday. It used to be that simple. Now the recruiters for the temporary agencies are acting like they're in B613 or something. You can tell I've been watching Scandal, okay? All they do is breadcrumb you. I call it job bombing. They'll email you to pieces. They'll call you. We have this great opportunity. Oh my God, our client is seeking a blah, 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 blah. We have this amazing opportunity. Call us. We want to set up a phone screening. You go to the phone screening. You get on the line with the recruiter. The recruiter's like, oh my God, our company is hiring, et cetera, et cetera. They're so enthusiastic. And then they ghost you. All they want is your name on their roster. As recruiters, some of them I feel like they have like a monthly quota they have to meet to make sure that people are signed up, but they don't actually have any jobs available. And I know that's the market right now, with jobs ghosting you. A lot of jobs are posting, we have these positions available, but one, they've already hired somebody. Two, the position is not available. I even talked to somebody last week who posted a position that was the exact same position that I was doing when I got laid off. I got laid off a year ago. It was the exact position. I applied. I emailed the recruiter right away because we had spoken before. He calls me back less than 5 minutes later and is like, oh, actually, that position wasn't supposed to be posted. They posted it too early. We're not actually moving on that position. I said, then why is it on LinkedIn? Why is it on your website, etc.? Like, the job market is trash, but the temporary agencies are the top tier trash. It did not used to be like this. I really don't know what's going on with this job market. I did not expect to be unemployed for this long. Yeah, it's trash.
Another day, another rejection email. My question is, why do the rejection emails come overnight? Do you want me to wake up to disappointment?
We can tell when you use Chat GPT for your resume. One of the biggest indicators is that long M dash that comes from Chat GPT. Be a little bit more clever about it.
Yet meanwhile, you guys can use all the AI, all the systems to ghost people anyways. Hey, rewrite your resume, rewrite cover letters everywhere. For what? To be ghosted anyways. Let me use ChatGPT how I want.
Be considered. Travel requirement, 60% work from home, 40% travel. Oh.
That's not bad.
No.
When y'all said the job market is bad right now, I thought y'all meant stuff that requires a degree, like an actual job, like something like important, something that takes like skill and actual knowledge, like creative director, an IT specialist, people that know how to do engineering, therapy, teaching. I thought there was a job market crisis for that. I've been trying to get a job since like summer basically started, and I couldn't find any. I couldn't find a summer job before I get back to college. I couldn't. I got rejected from fucking Food Lion. When y'all said the job market was bad, I thought y'all meant... Why? I didn't think y'all meant everything. I thought y'all meant stuff that requires college. Oh my god.
If you have gotten a job in this job market, can you please tell me what you did in the comments? Because I'm going insane. I just went through 2 months, 6 rounds of interviews with a company, made it to the very end. I was so sure I was gonna get it, and I just got rejected. Nothing else has panned out. I've interviewed with the company I used to work at, other companies, all types of roles. I have an engineering degree. I was working at a really good company before this, and now I'm hitting 9 months of unemployment and I'm going insane. I feel silly making a TikTok about this, but I don't know what else to do. I feel like I've tried everything. I was on LinkedIn messaging people. I've used my connections. I don't know what else to do.
Being unemployed in a black family is literally irritating as fuck. My granny been sending me links to job fairs all motherfucking weekend. My dad like, oh, just find you something and just settle down there, just work it for a little bit. My mom gave up on telling me to get a job, cause yeah, every time I see my cousins and shit, they be like, where you working at? Fuck nigga, I'm at home with it. Nigga, I'm working on TikTok. That's what the fuck I'm doing. Working on my life skills. Working on my blessings. Nigga, why you all up in my fucking business any fucking way?
Hey guys, do you think if I posted on LinkedIn that I'm going to harm myself, that might bring in a job offer? It seems like the only option at this point.
Honestly, my heart goes out to a lot of people because I feel like there are many people who are going through this and it's kind of depressing. I feel like it's a situation where it's like people are just applying for, let's say, 20 jobs, 10 jobs, 30, like over the span of like some days actually, or weeks. Like that's actually okay, and then they have a chance of getting something. It's actually mentally draining and messed up for you to actually be an adult and be going like more than a year. Some people actually 2 years, they're on their third year not having any job, and it's like being in that situation and you can't find nothing. It actually messes up your brain, and you're applying for more than 300 jobs, you're applying for 400 jobs, you're applying for over 1,000 jobs. All this whole situation that you're doing, you're just, I don't know if they're giving up your information to spam callers. You're just gonna keep getting spam messages. You're gonna get like all sort of messages that are just scammy in your emails, or even some who are just trying to scam. I don't even know what they're trying to get, but they'll call you and it's basically just fake jobs trying to interview you when they literally are not even a company. These are just the experiences you're going to be having when you spend those hours and rejection emails. It's actually so depressing. And even when they tell you to go and take like all this little gig, like take this side hustles, go and do this DoorDash and the rest, these people are complaining they're not making a lot of money from it because it's like it's flooded and most of these companies don't pay much, and you're just going to create wear and tear to your car. You're not getting paid enough to actually make up and even try to fix your car when it goes bad. So there's so many, it's just a messed up situation.